My name is Joe Biggs. I'm a U.S. Army veteran turned investigative journalist, husband, and father. I've traveled all over the world covering some of the most chaotic and controversial news stories over the last few years, helping Americans uncover the truth with my in-your-face reporting style. In between killing terrorists and smashing through the lies perpetrated by the mainstream media, I'm just a country boy trying to survive in a nation that I can barely even recognize. We're going to show you what our founding fathers truly meant by freedom. I'm going to inspire each and every one of you to get out of your parents' basement, chop off your man buns, throw away your skinny jeans, and toss your Starbucks coffee into a blazing fire. We're going to show you the different ways that Americans choose to express their patriotism: shooting, hunting, cooking, and surviving in some of modern society's harshest conditions. Join me now on these wild adventures. This is American Patriot.
What's going on, everybody? We're at the Rain Creek Ranch in Grady, Texas, and we've been allowed to come out here and hunt on this property. Now, this is an area that has axis deer, whitetail, black buck antelope, and addax. Now, addax is a critically endangered species in Africa where it's native to, but they have them here. So our goal here on this trip is to start off hopefully and to get an addax. If we can't find an addax, then move down towards an axis deer, buck in that area. Whitetail, you know, that's here everywhere in Texas. Not every day you get to go out and shoot something like an addax. So hopefully that's something we're going to get. We just we spent the last 3 hours out here at this big blind. Probably one of the biggest blinds I've ever been in my life. It's about, I don't know, 15, 20 foot up in the air. And we've been overlooking this whole pasture over here to my left. There's a lot of turkey out here that we've heard so far. We've seen 4 bucks, around 6 pointers, and maybe 8 or so doe running around on both sides of this fence, but no addax yet, no axis or anything. So we're gonna go back, eat some breakfast, check out the breeding pits they have here. They do a lot of breeding with big whitetail, and hopefully come back out here tonight and get an addax. If not, we'll try tomorrow morning, but that's what we're here for. I'm still looking. Almost every time I've gotten something this year has been on the way to a blind or leaving a blind, and having to jump out and shoot.
Yeah.
I think I've only gotten 3 this year.
Sitting in the blind.
Yeah.
We do a lot of driving, and definitely a good way. It's just the main thing, with even addax or axis, they just don't stand there very long. Pretty quick.
Are they a pretty quick animal though? Like because they look pretty big. They look like they have that big,
but they're,
and they got that big hump like a Brahma.
But they're definitely tough.
Do they bleed a good bit? Whereas like if you shoot like an axis, it kind of like closes up and will run off a good bit.
Yeah, addax will bleed a little bit better than axis will. Axis have a hard time. Their body functions are so different.
Shoot a black buck and it's blood everywhere.
One of the guys shot a black buck this morning.
I just heard someone shoot.
I heard that too. Back.
He wants me to shoot this and just get it out. The one in the back?
Yeah. One on the left.
I got him.
Yeah, you go down.
Got him right at the shoulder blade.
Yeah, he'll go down. What kind of gun is that?
It's a Remington 700 6.5 Creedmoor. So it's a Remington 700 model that's been customized by a group that I work with called Tier. It's got a proof research barrel, which is one of the best barrels they make. And this is a Trijicon 5x20x50 scope with a Timony trigger. These usually retail for like 6-7 grand, but you can shoot, you know, 1,800 yards easily with it. You know, if you take the time to actually sit out there and do all that.
This will be like, I mean, when you talk about it, you can say that it's a management buck. I mean,
Yeah.
You know, they have to shoot so many of these, you know, when if you're talking and doing or whatever. But, oh, wow.
Well, yeah, you can explain to us, I'll say. All right, so we were actually just riding out to go look for some addicts a second ago, and Kyle saw this and he said this is a management buck. So for a lot of people that are watching this that don't know what that means, what is that, and why does this happen?
Management buck, basically, I mean, we just want to get rid of them off the ranch. Not very good genetics, so we want to clean these up. And towards the end of the year, we're an MLD ranch, and so we want to take out what we can of these so they don't breed the does and you have more of this type of horn on the ranch. So that's really all that it is. A good deer, good meat deer, good eating, just not something that we want to breed productive wise.
Yeah.
So.
It looks older. It's good.
And just so you can flip it over, I think you probably ought to get a different gun because that didn't do much to it at all.
Yeah.
A lot of times we have buckmasters come out and we have live hunts, and they will let.
So what is Buckmasters for people that don't know what that is?
Buckmasters is a group, an organization, a non-profit organization, and there's chapters all over the region. And we have a great chapter in Brownwood, and they bring kids out and we do a live hunt. Like we have a young man coming out first part of March, and he's totally quadriplegic, and he's in a wheelchair, but he shoots with his mouth, has a trigger and everything, and they have a gun set up and a wheelchair and all that stuff. So, but they'll come out and we'll try to get them on an axis or something, you know, and we take the animal and we stuff it for them, you know, mount it and everything, and then we'll let them take some management deer also, you know, some does, some spikes or something that we need to, you know, call off of the range so we don't have that running around.
Awesome. That's how you talk to goats.